Hey, good morning, everyone. So, what I want to talk about today is in our country, most people will tell you that you need to make up your mind, set a target, set a goal very early on in your life. Like, if you want to be a doctor, you need to decide very early and you need to study accordingly. Or if you want to be an engineer, or if you want to be, even if you want to be a business person, you need to decide very early and take your courses accordingly, etc., etc. But during my time in North America, I was in Canada for a while, I found out that they take it in a different way. They say that, you don't know where you're going to be in your life. All right. You might want to be an engineer, but you might end up being a lawyer. Okay, something that's really unrelated. So they have this kind of idea. They say that, you know what, since you don't know where life's going to take you, you need to be well prepared for what's going to come in your life. So because they have this idea that you can be something else than what you intended to be, so you'll find that there are a lot of colleges and schools in America who are offering liberal arts degrees. So liberal arts is basically, it's a kind of education where you can sort of design your own degree. Okay, you don't have to be like, okay, I want to study this and I'll continue to study this and I'll only take subjects relative to this. Okay, you can mix and match and you can change your mind and you can do many things. Like if you follow Steve Jobs, which I think a lot of you do, you'll find out that I don't think he had a college degree, but he did a few courses, and those courses actually shaped up the way that Apple is now today. So and these courses are not really related. All right, he took courses on fonts and so many other things. So this is the idea which I think we do not have in our country, which I think we should have, where you should have the flexibility to learn new things. All right, okay, fine. You want to be an engineer and you want to study in BUET, fine. But BUET should offer some courses that might enable you to go into other areas. Now, I'm not an expert in BUET education, honestly. I don't know if they do that. But I have had friends who studied in other engineering universities in our country, and I found out that their course structure is very rigid. Okay, and of course that's because engineering is a very demanding subject. You can never really grasp it all, even in 4 years. But still, I feel that they should have some ways for you to specialize in slightly different way, or to be expert in some other field, as well as studying engineering, which is what I had when I was in Canada. I was studying to be an engineer. My point of saying all this is because if you find yourself in your university not knowing what you're doing, or if you find yourself liking courses that are like not mainstream to your courses, but you like them, you want to do them. Like when I was in university, I did courses on Greek classics. I had a film course, and see how it all really comes around. Yeah, sure, I'm not like a Greek professor or an expert now, but the film course really came in. And studying Greek classics and mythology, I think it really helped me to have an appreciation for stories, and making videos is all about stories. The things that I do in my professional life is I write stories in a sense, all right? So making videos and making presentations is all about stories. So, more than my engineering degree, those things help me a lot more. So that's the point. The same thing that happened to Steve Jobs, it was the same thing that happened to me. I was able to find another way of learning things, doing things, just because I wanted to experiment and try new things. So you should not be afraid to do the same. And I know there is an opposition to that, because people don't really want to, because people don't really want you to veer from the path that you are, because seniors will tell you that stick to one path. But if you think that there are other things in store for you, that you want to try different things in life, I think you should definitely go for it. I think that's worth a merit.